Hi Taurus, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your October 2017 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising signs. So Taurus, for this reading I am using the Witch's Tarot deck along with the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and then I also will be pulling you a Whispers of Love Oracle card as well. But if you would like more insight into love and relationship matters for you guys for the month of October, over on Vimeo I will have the October 2017 Love Tarot forecast posted. And if you are interested in receiving a private reading, please head on over to northeasttarot.com. Alright Taurus, so at the bottom of the deck, okay, we do have the Chariot, and this is the overall energy for you, Taurus, for the month of October. So the Chariot, so travel could be very significant for some of you. You might be traveling for work, maybe some of you are moving house, but travel definitely could be very significant. The Chariot is the ultimate victory card. So you actually have a couple of cards of victory here, Taurus, in this spread. So some of you are definitely going to be coming through quite victorious with something in your life. Now, some other Taurians, sometimes the Chariot can represent being at a crossroads. You can move in one direction, you can move in another. So some of you, right at maybe the start of the month, that's what I'm getting, you're maybe figuring out the direction that you want to move in. And you're going to be successful. So travel, movement, maybe choices are going to be very significant here. Right at the start of the month, we do have Justice. So we have Justice crossed by the Four of Pentacles. So some of you definitely could be moving house with Justice here. You could be signing a lease, you could be signing a contract here right at the start of the month. With the Four of Pentacles here, fours really speak about your foundation, your security, your stability. So with the Four of Pentacles, for some of you, you're signing a contract. Definitely could be moving house for some of you. With the Four of Pentacles, I think that also some of you, you've been waiting on this. You've been waiting on this. This can even be like a legal decision, a decision that you were waiting on that is coming through. So some of you, you've been holding out, you've had to wait on this. But with the Chariot, you know, energetically speaking, this is things moving forward, this is things happening. So some of you, you've been very patient and maybe even worried previously. With the Eight of Swords at your foundation, this is some mental energy. I think that this was some fear, some worry, some anxiety, some confusion around this matter. But this is all behind you here. Yes, some of you it can be still ongoing, but for the majority of you, this is energy that you're actually moving away from. So fearing the worst, even maybe being too nervous to move forward with something. But this is all behind you. And with Justice here, now at the start of the month, feeling definitely more balanced. Now we also have the Ace of Swords in the recent past. So with Justice and the Ace of Swords, with the Eight of Swords at your foundation, for a very small number of you, this could have been some fear. So maybe some of you were a little fearful to move forward with something. Maybe even use this sword to maybe free yourself in some way, to cut yourself free from maybe someone or something that's no longer serving you. But in the more recent past, you could have done that here because we have the Ace of Swords. With Justice, the Ace of Swords, some of you might have maybe just freed yourself from a situation, an environment, something that's no longer serving you. But this is also a card of victory, success, but it's success after dealing with some obstacles. So maybe this is on, you know, the legal front for some of you. Could also be career related. But this is some sort of success that came to you, or some sort of clarity, truth, or communication that was very significant here in the recent past. Crowning you is the Three of Pentacles. So some of you, it's definitely work related. But this is you very, very focused on your work. With the Three of Pentacles crowning you, you're very, very focused on your work. If you don't work for a living, creating, building, manifesting, I see you working very, very hard. You're concentrating on something. You're devoting a lot of time and energy to whatever this is. And I see you working very hard, really coming through actually quite balanced, Taurus. And now around the second week, and this is interesting because you have actually 3 threes here. So energy around the second week, you actually have the 3 of Wands, which threes really speak about growth and expansion. So I think that some of you have been working very, very hard on something. Maybe you've been waiting on this, but you've been working very hard, and I think you're seeing growth. I think you're seeing progress, definitely. You're making progress here around the second week. And this is great. So just continue on working hard because it's going to pay off. Your ships are coming in, Taurus. But coming up around the third week, we also have the 3 of Swords. So you have 3 threes here right in a row, Taurus. So for some of you, there very well could be a situation involving 3 people. So it could be a love triangle, but if not, this also could be a business situation. This could be a family situation, but for some of you, I'm definitely getting business here, something business related. Now, the 3 of Swords can represent not just heartache and loss. It's a Swords card, and this is in the position of your power. So some of you are maybe mentally frustrated, maybe a little disappointed, but I don't think it's due to any loss or anything like that. I just think that you've been working so very hard, Taurus, and I think that if something is only progressing very slowly, it's developing very slowly, I think that some of you are maybe starting to get a little impatient here. And we also have the moon here. So in the position of how those around you are viewing you, we have the moon, which I think that some of you are seeking some clarity here. Something is unknown, not all is known yet. And I think that some of you are a little frustrated with that. This is more of a mental energy that some of you are dealing with. Yes, maybe you're coming through a little emotional as well at this time, but I think that you're dealing with a lot of uncertainty around a particular matter. And so that's why I think that we have this 3 of Swords energy here. But listen to your intuition at this time. With the moon here in this position, listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. If you're a Taurus that is seeking some sort of clarity or answers, or just, you know, things are up in the air at this time, you know, just try to stay focused on, just continue on working very hard because it's going to pay off. And if this is a situation involving 3 people and there's a lot of uncertainty around that matter, you know, I see success here. I see success. And if you were a Taurus that was worrying unnecessarily, you know, I feel like you are overcoming this definitely here in the month of October. Now, in the hopes and fears position, I do have the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune here. So you're hoping for maybe change, definitely, for this wheel to turn, for maybe the energy to pick up, for things to happen a little bit quicker. Definitely hoping for some good luck, some good fortune here, and wanting this wheel to turn. And I think for some of you, wanting this to happen a little bit quicker. For some of you, this wheel might be turning very slowly. So things are, you know, things are progressing very slowly. Now, for a small number of you, I just want to address it because it is a general reading and I'm just the messenger. I don't make the rules. So not all of you are going to resonate with this, but if this is a love triangle or a difficult situation with the moon and the 3 of Swords, you know, there could have been some sort of deception. And if you're a Taurus that was maybe trying to figure something out, you might be learning about that here in the month of October. But obviously not all of you are going to resonate with that. But with this 3 of Swords and the moon, and then also here down the road, I have the Hanged Man. I think that some of you, if this is, you know, a situation where, you know, maybe there was something that was hidden or some deception of some kind, it could be coming to light here, definitely with this energy. Maybe around the 3rd, the 4th week of the month, right at the end of the month, we have the energy of the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man, as you can see here, you know, he's actually gaining that enlightenment. The Hanged Man represents several different things, but for some of you, you know, I feel that this is you gaining that enlightenment. You're maybe seeing something clearly now at this time. With the Hanged Man, it also can represent a voluntary energy, you going off and spending some time alone, taking a step back and looking at a situation from a different point of view. So I think that some of you now are maybe seeing something clearly and gaining that enlightenment here. So maybe seeing something more clearer at this time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify a couple of things for you, Taurus. So first, I am going to look at the Hanged Man energy. So looking at the Hanged Man for Taurus, this is energy that they're leaving the month of October with. Looking at the Hanged Man for Taurus. Now, the Hanged Man is just a temporary energy. So maybe you're seeing progress, you're working so very hard. Yes, not all is known just yet. Something is up in the air. And I think that, yes, maybe some of you, this could be you waiting. But again, it's only a temporary energy. And because you have the Wheel of Fortune here, you know, things are going to happen when they're meant to happen. So just trust, Taurus, and just have faith. Looking at the Hanged Man for Taurus. All right, we have the Six of Rods, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. Very nice. I want to take a look at this Three of Swords. Looking at the Three of Swords for Taurus. All right, very interesting. So first I want to look at the Three of Swords here, clarifying we have the Nine of Rods, the High Priestess, and then the Two of Swords. So for some of you, it very well could be a difficult situation involving three people. Now, maybe you're a Taurus that met someone within the workplace, but you're married, or, you know, this can always go both ways. You know, maybe you met someone and they're married, and you could have met within the workplace. For some of you, I think that you're waiting on a decision here. You have two twos, so twos speak about decisions, they speak about partnerships, but here with the Nine of Rods, for some of you, you're waiting, you're sick of waiting, but you're hanging in there. You know, this person actually has a lot of strength, a lot of courage, so you're persevering. For some of you, you're waiting. And, you know, not all is known. There's, you know, for some of you, I think that maybe you're in a difficult situation, maybe involving three people, and definitely not all is known. And I think that things definitely feel up in the air, and I think you're waiting for some answers, definitely. Clarifying this hanged man, we do have the Six of Rods, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. So I see success coming to you. This is actually the third victory card here. You have the Chariot as the overall energy for the month, Taurus. You have the Ace of Swords in the recent past, and now clarifying the Hanged Man, which is just a temporary energy, and it also represents you gaining that enlightenment. We have the Six of Rods, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. So if you were a Taurus that was waiting to be able to walk down a new path and start something new, you're going to be successful when it comes to that. So I do see you moving forward down a new path. It might be on the business front for some of you with the Ten of Pentacles, definitely. You could even be expanding your business. If this is in regards to a financial matter, an investment deal, something like that, you know, I see things going in your favor. But also the Ten of Pentacles for me very much represents marriage and family. So for some of you, it's definitely involving a relationship matter, a family matter. But let's pull you some additional guidance cards. Additional guidance for Taurus for the month of October. Financially, I definitely don't see you in a bad place. As a matter of fact, if you were a Taurus that was trying to save some money, I definitely see you being able to do that here in the month of October. All right. And then I'm also pulling you a Whispers of Love Oracle card as well. Taurus, focusing on love and relationship matters for the month of October. Oh my goodness. All right, Taurus, so we have manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. Beautiful. So whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest, Taurus, you have the power. You're going to be successful. You have 3 cards of victory here in this spread. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities, okay, to manifest this. So this is wonderful. This is wonderful. But you know, one thing I'm getting here is I see a lot of swords here in this spread with Justice, the Ace of Swords, and now with this card, you know, he's holding a sword as well. And that's, you know, that's a good thing here. I think that some Taurians, yes, maybe in order for you to manifest whatever this is, for some of you, you might need to use this sword. And yes, that can be freeing yourself, that can be cutting ties, but also speaking your truth, communicating. Yeah, speaking up for some of you. Speaking your truth. Now, on the relationship front, Taurus, we have patience. Love is patient and kind always. So on the relationship front, some of you need to have patience. And I know that that's not what you want to hear, Taurus. But when it comes to a relationship matter, that's what's needed. Needing to have patience, needing to have faith, but also needing to have patience here, definitely. And I see that some of you are definitely waiting. Definitely waiting. Now, maybe you're even waiting on a water sign person. But you need to have patience, okay, Taurus? Everything is going to work out in your favor. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you are interested in receiving a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you all a wonderful month. Take care.